What's up, y'all? It's your girl, Stacey the Intuitive. I wanted to come here and offer a nice concept for you, a new way to think, a new thought process, whatever we want to call it. There's all different ways to look at it, but essentially we are going to pique some curiosity within your consciousness today. And I really wanted to bring up this concept of doing, literally doing, being, moving, attracting, right? Today I had this realization, right? I've been navigating through some situations in my life where there are energies that come through that get me to always kind of like feel like I need to be doing things in order to reach the next level. And while that is true to some degree, it's also completely untrue. You don't have to do anything to get what you want. You don't have to do anything to get what you want, what you truly want. And you know why? It's because by way of nature, you are destined, you are inherently allotted the ability to receive those things just by being you, just by way of nature, right? It is when we are not being ourselves, it is when we are not in alignment with ourselves, with our authenticity, that we feel this need to do. It's the subconscious version of us that is in tune with the fact that we're not truly being ourselves, that we're not in alignment with ourselves. And so it doesn't feel like a natural process to receive the things that are meant for you, the things that you feel drawn to, the things that you feel connected with, right? This is such an interesting concept because for me, I feel like this doer, there's this quote that I know that says, undo the doer within you. I don't know where I got it from. I have to do a little bit more research, but it was just really hitting hard for me today. This notion of undo the doer within you, right? If you undo the doer within you, then the part of you that just gets to be, the part of you that just gets to exist is the part of you that receives it all, that becomes it all, right? I had this realization today. I was like, the reason that I've felt so out of alignment is because I haven't been myself this whole time. I haven't been being myself. I haven't been attuned to my authenticity. And it's like a switch flip for me. And I kind of made this realization that the more that I'm myself, the more I attract this thing to me, these people to me, these circumstances to me, these, dreams to myself. The more that I'm myself, the more that I support myself in being myself, the more that I encourage myself to shine through, whether that be different truths or expressions or creativities, whatever have you. These things come through the more and the more that I align with my truth. A lot of the time we feel out of control, and it's because it's true. There's so many contradictions and paradoxes here. It's true that we're out of control a lot of the time because we are not ourselves. Tune into that. Tune into the fact that a lot of the time our fear comes from this, notion of not feeling like we'll live up to our true potential. And at a level, that's true. You're not going to live up to your true potential as the version of you that's not you. But you will live up to your true potential if you are you. And that's the only way that you'll live up to your true potential, is if you tune into the version of you that's going to get to the height of it, right? And feel truly whole. And that's a huge paradox because a lot of the time we're so caught up within ourselves, within our mind, of thinking oh my gosh, I'm not good enough. I'm not going to get this thing. This isn't working out for me. Whole time, the version of you that needs to come through, it's working out for them because the whole journey has been to get you to be in this naturally empowered state. This empowered state that encourages the most natural form of you to come through. But every single time that you're not being yourself, that's when you're going to find that the journey becomes tumultuous, that it becomes about all these lessons and these roadblocks. This analogy that I had as I was kind of having this download earlier was this energy of you just keep on getting tripped up. Why do you keep getting tripped up? Right? The path is trying to lead you, trying to get you to be yourself, but every single little thing that comes up, you trip. It's like the person in the movie, you're like, why the F did you just trip? And I feel like that's how the flow of life is looking at us. That's how God sometimes is looking at us. Like, why did you just trip? You were literally going. If you would have just let the energy take you, it would have taken you and you would have, you would have been still on your way. Why do you keep tripping? Ask yourself, why do I keep tripping? Why do I keep stumbling? Why do I keep falling? Why do I keep letting things get in my way? When these things are quite literally calling me in, from the moment that that it's conceived within your being, from the moment that you conjure up the dream, the belief, whatever, it's calling you. But then you get tripped up by something outside of you or something external to you or an energy that's completely unrelated, and you allow it to take you off the path. Again, you allow it to get you far away from yourself, the version of you that was unfolding, you don't have to do a thing, okay? You're literally exactly where you're supposed to be in this moment. And if you can orient your mind to prioritize your most natural and authentic self, right? If you can prioritize that, then everything you want will tune into you, will connect to you, and every single circumstance that you experience will be more and more and more of an experience to attune more to that natural state of who you are, what resonates with you, and understand yourself. The reason that things are drawn to you is because they understand you, right? Because the more that you create space for your energy, the more that when you are seen, all the space around you begins to define you, right? Because you created space for your energy, and now the space around you is meant to be a reflection of what's inside. The less that you create space, the more that you fill this space with things that are not you, that is when you find that that's when you look around one day, you're like, why are these things in my environment? When did they get here? Oh, I brought them here. Maybe I should have been being myself. Maybe I should have prioritized the space needed for myself so that the space that was created around me by way of nature was reflective of me. So I hope that this is hitting for some of you guys. I know it's hitting for me, and it's really like an important message because I think it just makes the life path so much more simple. I know so many people want to tell you, get up and do it, right? That is the mindset of so many people. They come, you need to get up and work. You need to do this. Okay. But you know what? There's a deep, innate, inherent power of the mind, a power of the soul, power of the being, power of energy that you can tune into and that you can combat every single time somebody says something to you like, you need to do this. Maybe be like, that's not how I live. That's not how I navigate. But you do you, right? I'm just coming to this realization. I've always been of this belief though. And I've seen this play out in real time for me, where just by way of nature, things do attract to me. But of course, when you don't really appreciate that energy about yourself, it's hard to recognize it in the areas that you have a lot of energetic resistance towards. But choosing this natural path, meaning this path where everything just naturally comes to you, we don't have to do too much. And again, it's really, I want to emphasize that I'm not saying that it doesn't take effort or things like that, but it's saying that the process of those things coming through you and being enacted around you can be so much more simple. It doesn't have to be tumultuous. It doesn't have to feel like putting in so much effort. It can be natural. It can be just like as natural as waking up in the morning and going to sleep when you want to fall asleep, right? Like, think of it as though in those terms. Why are we trying to tell people that they need to like undergo these tumultuous paths? Actually, that's a whole different conversation. But let's not talk about the grind culture of this society right now. But you don't have to do anything. And for those who are willing to walk that path and face their fears and face the truth and, you know, see what's underneath the layers of yourselves, just trust, like, it's going to be so beautiful. That's what, you are beautiful, and the path is meant to be beautiful, and the path is meant to show you that beauty. So don't be afraid, like, allow it to unfold for you. Literally, allow it to unfold for you, because if it's coming to you by way of nature, another analogy that I had for this was that nature, it's just beautiful by itself. People are going to come to it either way. The animals are going to find sanctuary in it either way. You don't see nature being like, oh, I should plant a tree here. I should do this here. I should put some more grass here. Maybe they'll like me more then. Maybe we'll get more attraction then. No, the animals just come by way of nature. They find a home there, right? Just like the things that are meant for you, they will find a home within you. The people just come there to enjoy the scenery by way of nature. They find beauty in you. Just like the external world will find beauty in you just by way of nature when you don't feel or force yourself to do so much in order to elicit those results. So I hope this resonates for someone today. I hope that this hits, and I hope it rings true, and I hope that it can sink deep into your being so that you can start allowing your life to unfold in this way and see where it takes you, right? Because I just recently had this realization. God has really been trying to put me into this space of confidence, of just letting go, right? And you know, just trust. And I am just feeling so good about these mindsets because that's what it's about. I think those things are the things that help you become confident. They help you to surrender. They help you to find trust because you begin to understand the inner workings of the world and how everything just flows. That flow is enough to make you feel secure and therefore to receive all that you're meant to receive. So thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you in my next video. Bye. Mwah.